Anywhere you go, you belong.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel and thank you for joining me again. I've decided to make a video about how to set up ZoomNotes for my planners. So I've decided to make this video because I think there's a specific way that I've set up the planner so that it works best for me when I'm using the planner. So I'd like to share with you some of the settings that I have in my planner, in my app, so that it can work best for you if you're using these planners as well. And I think it also works well for other planners if they have many links like my planners do. Okay, we'll start off with the settings, and this is the documents management settings. In this section we'll go into the general. Now in the general we'll go, so I just want to be clear, these settings are specifically for these planners. I'm only going to concentrate on the settings that I think are important and the settings that I've done on my app and how they work best for me and how to set yours up. So if you want to make your app function like my app for these planners, this is the best way that you can do it, and please follow through. Okay, and then we'll go to options. So one of the best settings that I have for my app is autosave. I cannot tell you enough how has this saved me from a lot of hassle. So with this option, the app just continually saves my work in the background every 1 minute. As you can see here, it says save frequency, so my autosave is set to 1 minute. So every 1 minute the app is constantly saving my work. So this helps me with if anything happens, with if my battery dies, if the app crashes. Yeah, most of the time that's what normally happens with my device. So I've set it up to save every 1 minute, and most of the time I don't get much lost, and most of the time I don't even get work lost because I've saved it to save every 1 minute. You can push up this to a maximum of 10 minutes, but I've decided to save it as 1 minute. I think this is one of the best options for you if you want to make sure that your work is constantly saved in the background. Okay, and now we will go to the general again, and then same place, and then use options and then autosave. Okay, we've discussed autosave. Let's discuss documents. In documents, I disable iCloud, and in this instant, iCloud enabled is talking about the synchronization of the app to iCloud. So it will synchronize your documents that you have in iCloud that are to the app. So I've decided to disable that. I don't know how it works, whether it does it in the background or while the app is still running, but I've decided to disable that because I don't know, I just feel like it's some way can and I don't know, have an effect on my efficiency of the app. I normally I save my planners manually, so I save them to my files and then I upload them to iCloud. I think that takes much less time and it's faster. So that's how I save my planners. I don't use iCloud to back up from ZoomNotes. I save them manually myself. About maybe, how many times, I'll say maybe once a week, because I have that autosave on. I'm not worried about my work getting lost, but I do maybe once a week save a latest version of the planners that I'm using, and then the rest will just remain the same. So that's what I do. I disable iCloud enabled, and all new docs to iCloud. Like I said, I manually save my planners to iCloud. I do not use the device to save my planners. And then we go to language. Language is always set to English. English is my second language, and my first language is isiZulu. So I prefer to have English on there. I don't know if it will always have other languages, but at the moment it just has English, and I have English only. Okay, then we go back. If we go back, we want to go to the interface. You can also click on the other options. I just haven't changed them. And with my stylus, I just use the Apple Pencil, and I haven't changed anything in there. If you have any other if you have the Apple Pencil like I do, I am using the Apple Pencil 1. I haven't upgraded to the Apple Pencil 2, which I would really love. But yeah, this is where you set up your Apple Pencil. I know that the Apple Pencil has a function to double click or double tap on the pen for settings. This is where you set you set your settings for the pen, and then you decide what you want to use that double tap function on the pen for in ZoomNotes. So if I had an Apple Pencil 2, I'll surely use it for eraser, but since I don't have the Apple Pencil 2, I use other means of working with the pen. So I didn't change much there because it doesn't apply to me. And then if you go to interface, and then interface, we're gonna show this is how I've set up my planner. I said show status bar, but actually I always have this off. I don't like showing my status bar when I'm in my planners because I want to use the full screen. I know the downside of that, I do not know how much battery is left on my device, and also what time it is, but that's why I always have my phone on my side for those for the time. But I guess I will never know how much battery I have until I maybe swipe up to go change. So I always have it off so that I can have maximum screen on my planners. Zoom scale, I would like to zoom. I love seeing my zoom scale, so every time I'm in my planner, I've used my fingers to pinch in and out. I'd like to know what percentage, but even that I can have it off actually, but I don't mind it. I don't mind having it on. I'm used to it now. Now to show the dock bar, I have that on. It's also always been on. I haven't changed that one. I've left it there, and I prefer it like that. And then I have the main toolbar. The main toolbar is the bar that is above, that has the buttons on your planner when you're inside the planner or you're inside your document. I've decided to make it a right screen because I write with my right, and if I want to change something, I'd like it to come over to my right. If I pin the the main toolbar, sorry, it's not even the right screen, the top screen. So I'd rather have it on the top or instead of at the bottom. So I have my main toolbar section on the top, and then with the side settings panel, I have it on my right screen. This is when I pin it. I prefer it to be on my right because I write with my right hand. So I've decided to pin it on my right screen. And then side bar centered, I've left it on. It has always been on. And yeah, that is the only settings. Oh, an animated 3D page, I have that on because I love seeing my pages turn. So I have that on for my documents. And then I have show help info. I love using the question marks on the left hand side of my planner. These small question marks, they will help you to explain better what that function does. And they even show you have a video to it. I've clicked on them, and the developer Ed will just show you how to use the function. He explains it better than me. So if you want more information, click on the video. It will take you to YouTube, and he will explain better what the functions do. Since I'm not explaining every function in the settings app, I'm only focusing on the ones that I use in my planner. You're more than welcome to use them. They're great. He explains everything in detail, and his mouth and the videos are short and straight to the point. Okay, now we're done with the interface. Now we're gonna go to drawing and drawing again. Okay, and then this is where, instead of me having an Apple Pencil 2, I use some of the gestures that they have. I've enabled the triple and double and triple tap gesture. My double tap will toggle zoom on. I use this every day. I love this feature. I love seeing, like I've said, I love my planner in full screen, so I use that to toggle in zoom and zoom out, and to the extent of the screen. And then my triple tap will undo. I hardly ever use that one because I have crossed out to undo my text, but you can use that to undo anything, your text, maybe you've pasted something, so you can use that function if you don't have an Apple Pencil 2. It comes in handy. There are other options in there for triple tap gesture. I just use it for undo, but I hardly ever use it. Maybe I'll change to another function, but at the moment I do. Another important feature that I love in the app is the long press edit menu. So this menu, when you long press on your screen, it will show you all the other tool buttons that you need, and then it shows you how to it shows you the options without you going to the full screen. I love this function. I have it toggled on. Okay, and then we will go to, let's go back to drawing. I think the zooming. This is where it's gonna explain to you what I meant with the double tap function to enable zoom. And when I double tap, it will enable zoom, and when I tap on the screen, it will it will extend my planner to the extent of the sheet of the screen, the extent of the screen. So that's where you see it. You can say to width, but I've seen to sheet extents. It makes my planner look good. I will click into one of the planners and I'll show you how it looks like. I've disabled restrict zoom out to pages because some of my inserts and my, which one is it, my stickers, they are the width and they are wider than the normal planner, so I don't want to be restricted to the page, because sometimes when I paste I cannot see where I've pasted them, and it allows me to see the gray padding on the planner, and I can use that for other functions as well. If I want to paste something, instead of me pasting it on the screen on the planner, I just pasted it on the gray part of the padding area. So I don't want it to restrict me, so if I say to restrict me, so I always have that toggled off, and I advise people who have the planner to toggle that off as well. And then my sub-document transition, I like it direct. You can have it animated, but I prefer having my sub-documents to be direct when I click on them, to take me to the page directly when I click on them. Okay, and then we're gonna go to auto backup. Auto backup, like I said, I do not have it enabled. I prefer to manually save my planners or my documents to the files, and then upload them to iCloud. To iCloud, so, or to Google Drive. Actually, I use Google Drive most of the time. So yeah, I use that. I do not use backup, and I don't know, I feel like sometimes it will cause it to work slow or to load slowly because it's uploading. And I know that it has the function that says in background, but I just don't have them on, and I haven't had any problems with my planner since I've turned these functions off. And if you would like to try it, let me know if it has worked for you. For me, it has worked wonders, but I just continually remember to save my work manually every week on a specific day. Maybe on a Sunday, I save my work and I just update my work onto iCloud and Google Drive. Alright, and then we're gonna talk about the workspaces. I haven't changed much in my workspaces. The only thing that I changed here, I think it was pens. I disabled the felt tip pen, and everything else still has been toggled on, because I don't want to change much here, because I use most of the things. Other features, sound, I've turned off sound because I don't use sound or record sound. Magnification 1, remember that I told I want to use the most of my screen, so anything that will appear on my screen while I'm using my planner will distract me. So I have a magnification 1 window off. If you want that on, you can use it. I don't use it. I just use my fingers to zoom in and write whatever I need to write. Images, you see, most of the things here still have been toggled on. Even my user interface, my top bar, I've set it to 10. I want to see 10 buttons. If I had more, I could put on more, but the maximum that I could have there is 10, and I have most of them on. Sidebar, I have them at 8. I don't know why 8. I'm sure I have a reason, but I've put on 8. Full screen, remember I said I don't want to see a lot of functions. The one that I would probably toggle on here is the undo button and show on full screen. That's the one. Those are the two that I'll probably toggle on, but I have them off because I don't want to see them there. I just long press on my screen and it still gives me the same options. So yeah, I have those off. Pages bar, I still have everything here toggled on. Okay, those are the settings that you have in the documents page management. And then now we're gonna go to the planner, and now I'm just gonna show you how to also set other settings in the planner for it to work best for you. We'll start off with pens. I'll go here, and then I'll use the tools button, which is this what is this, a hammer, and I click on that hammer. So these are the settings that I have on there. The most important out of all of these is the write through links and the pen activate links. Let me start with the pen activate links. I've switched off pen activate links because if I have my planners have a lot of links and windows. So if I have pen activate links, whenever I'm trying to write something on those links, it will mistakenly mistake it for clicking on it, and I don't want that. So rather I use my fingers or my hands to click on the screen and save the pen for writing. So I've deactivated pen activate links, and I've activated write through links. This is good to have. This is the best thing for you. If you're using Dutch doors, this is the one for you. You can write through links. This means that every time, okay, let me turn to one of the pages. So write through links means I can write on here, and it will still appear on that page that I want it on. So it just literally is written through the link. As you can see, this is a big link that is on top there, and it has been transferred to the specific page that it's supposed to be on. So please activate this function, write through links. Very important. Follow links immediately. I prefer to have my planners to follow the links immediately instead of them showing colors. I don't know what would be the other things that it does, but I'd say follow links immediately, and that's what it does. It just doesn't give me a delay in that. Okay, and then once I want to swipe to change page, well, I don't swipe my pages, but if you use this function to swipe, let me just make it to the extent of the sheet. This is what I meant when I say I want most of my sheet to be empty, clean like this. If I'm writing, I make sure that my pen is on my pen selection. But anyways, as I was explaining with the pen function, if you want to use the swipe function, you can put it on. I just don't use that function. I have two links that I have here. Let me try and show you which ones do I mean. Use my pointer. There's a link here and there's a link here, right? And those I use to show to navigate through the planner. So the top one will send it to the next page, and then the bottom one will take you to the back page. So that's what I use to swipe back and forth between pages, and links to go to the exact link that I need to go to. I don't use the swipe feature like in GoodNotes, but I don't want to swipe the whole page. What I would rather prefer is the same function that it has on my phone, but because my phone doesn't have the pen function, I can use that function. Instead of a pen, I use my hand to swipe, and the pages will still do the 3D page turning. But I don't have that option here in ZoomNotes because I use my pen to write instead of me using it as a pen as well. So I get to forfeit that function. But I'm okay with it. Like I said, I use that the two links on the side here to send me to the next page and to the previous page. Okay, and then we're gonna go to the selection tool, and then we still want to click on the tools button, and then we're gonna go to the saved clips. This is one of the best functions as well. Saved clips. Which one? This one. Have it enabled, you're gonna love it, because every time you copy something, you don't have to go copy it so many times. Like you see right now, I just long press on the screen, then the save clips. Like I said, remember I said I want this long press on. It's a lifesaver. Instead of you exiting your screen, saved clips, I can see every clip that I have been copying and pasting. So I would say activate that function. It's a beautiful function. I love it. Saved clips. Okay, and I think those are the best settings I have for my planners. Yeah, those are the only ones. Now I'd like to show you how to include these calendars that I've been having, the weather and the other one. I forgot what it is, but most of them, where is it? I think it should be, no, it's not home. It's the instructions, yes. So I have it here on the instructions user manual guide. If you're gonna click on one of the links, so the links what I have here is Meteomatrix and iCalShare. In the new plan I didn't include Paprika, but if you love meal planning and you like it to sync with your planner and your calendar, you can also download that one. But Meteomatrix, we're gonna go to it, and this is how you will download the calendar, the one that has yellow border around it in my planner. This is how I download it. Then I say dismiss, but I don't know, I just prefer to dismiss. Send Garden. So I live in Midrand, so you put in your location here and then it will show you it. And then there are also instructions on how to download the calendar into your device. So here there's for Google Calendar and for Apple Calendar. And for me, I live in Midrand. I just press enter, and then it's showing me an approximate location of the place where I am, which is correct. So then I say open. It takes me to my iCloud calendar, and then I subscribe to it. When you subscribe to that calendar, it will automatically show up in your ZoomNotes calendar. So at the moment I've subscribed to it. I'm not going to do that, so I'll just showing you how easy it is. Just click on that links that I've put in there and you're gonna love it. Even iCalShare, this one has a lot of options, but my best one here was the moon phases, and I'm sure there are also holidays, but since my iCalendar just syncs to my country's calendar, I don't need another calendar from iCalShare. But if yours doesn't, then you can surely download the holidays they have here. Same thing with this one, like this goes with the moon phases. All you need to do is to subscribe to the calendar. Same thing, subscribe to it and it will show up. And I will not subscribe to it because I've already subscribed to it. So that is how I've set up my planner and my settings in ZoomNotes. I hope you've enjoyed this mini tutorial. I don't know how long this video is, but I hope you know now how to set up your planner using my way of the way I've shown you. And I'll see you in the next one. Please don't forget to like and subscribe on the video. Also also write a comment on what you'd like to see me show you about ZoomNotes and the planners, and I really appreciate the love that you've given me. Really appreciate it, and thank you. Bye bye.